into the surprising truth about a fruit that many seniors love but should actually avoid to protect their kidney health. This information has been carefully fact-checked by health professionals to make sure you get nothing but the safest, most accurate advice. And stick around, because near the end, I'm going to share a powerful tip that can help you safeguard your kidneys every single day. It's simple, yet so effective that most people overlook it. Let's get started. Number 1. Grapefruit. Okay, let's talk about something that might surprise you: grapefruit. Yes, that bright, juicy fruit that looks so refreshing on a summer day. You might even have a few sitting in your kitchen right now, right? Well, if you're someone who's watching out for your kidneys, and especially if you're a senior, this is one fruit you may want to avoid. Now, I know that might sound a little strange. Grapefruit seems so healthy. It's packed with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants. It's the kind of thing most people think is a superfood. And don't get me wrong, it is healthy for many people. But when it comes to kidney health, grapefruit can cause more harm than good. Let me explain why. First, if you're taking medication, especially blood pressure meds, cholesterol-lowering drugs, or medications for anxiety or depression, grapefruit can actually interfere with how those drugs work. It contains compounds called furanocoumarins, and these can block a key enzyme in your body called CYP3A4. Why does that matter? Because this enzyme helps your body break down many common medications. When grapefruit blocks this enzyme, it causes your medication to stay in your system much longer than it should. That means higher drug levels in your blood, which can lead to side effects, even dangerous ones. For someone with kidney concerns, that's a big deal. Your kidneys are already working overtime to filter waste and maintain balance in your body. If medication levels go too high, it adds even more strain. And here's where it gets even more critical: many seniors are on multiple prescriptions. So the chances of grapefruit interacting with something you're taking are pretty high. It's not just one or two meds. Grapefruit has been shown to interact with more than 85 different medications. That's a lot. Now, what does this have to do with your kidneys specifically? Well, when drug levels rise too much, your kidneys can suffer. They're forced to process more than they should, and that can lead to toxic buildup. Over time, this may speed up kidney damage, especially in people who already have reduced kidney function or chronic kidney disease. Let's break this down even more simply. Imagine your kidneys are like a water filter. If the water coming through has a normal amount of minerals, the filter does fine. But if you pour in water that's overloaded with chemicals and particles, like when grapefruit boosts drug levels, that filter gets clogged. It has to work harder, and eventually it starts to wear out. Now, you might be thinking, well, I don't eat grapefruit every day. One slice here and there can't hurt, right? That's a reasonable thought. But the effects of grapefruit can actually last for more than 24 hours. So even if you only eat it occasionally, it can still interfere with your medication days later. It's a sneaky kind of risk. And here's another thing most people don't realize. It's not just the fresh fruit. Grapefruit juice, grapefruit extract, even supplements or flavored waters with grapefruit essence can have the same impact. So if you're drinking something labeled citrus blend or tropical sunrise, take a second look at the ingredients. You might find grapefruit tucked away in the fine print. So what can you do instead? The good news is, There are plenty of kidney-friendly fruits you can enjoy without worry. Think apples, blueberries, red grapes, and strawberries. These are packed with antioxidants, they're gentle on your kidneys, and they don't mess with your medications. Plus, they taste great, so you're not giving up anything delicious. Here's the thing I want you to take away. Avoiding grapefruit isn't about being overly cautious, it's about being smart. Your kidneys have done a lot of work for you over the years. They've filtered thousands of gallons of blood, kept your electrolytes balanced, and helped your body function every single day. Giving them the support they need now, especially by avoiding foods that could secretly harm them, is one of the best choices you can make. So if you've got grapefruit in your fridge right now, don't feel bad. You didn't know, but now you do. And every step you take to protect your kidneys, starting with something as simple as skipping that morning grapefruit juice, is a step toward better health and more energy in your day-to-day life. Your kidneys will thank you. Number 2. Bananas. All right, let's dive into something that might surprise a lot of you: bananas. Yes, those bright yellow fruits that we often think of as the perfect healthy snack. They're portable, sweet, and packed with nutrients, so naturally most people assume bananas are great for everyone, including seniors looking to maintain strong kidneys. But here's the catch: bananas can actually be a bit tricky when it comes to kidney health, especially if you already have some kidney concerns or want to protect your kidneys from future damage. So why are bananas on the avoid or limit list for kidney health? The answer lies mainly in one thing: potassium. Potassium is an essential mineral that plays a big role in keeping your heart rhythm steady, muscles working well, and your nerves firing the way they should. It's a superstar nutrient, no doubt about that. And bananas are famous for their potassium content. One medium banana packs about 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium, pretty substantial for a single fruit. Now here's where things get important for kidney health. Your kidneys have the critical job of managing the levels of potassium in your blood. When your kidneys are healthy and functioning properly, they filter out any excess potassium and keep everything balanced. But when kidney function declines, like it often does as we age, or if there's an underlying kidney issue, this balance can be disrupted. The kidneys can't remove potassium as efficiently, leading to what doctors call hyperkalemia, which means too much potassium in the blood. And that's a serious problem. High potassium levels can cause symptoms like muscle weakness, irregular heartbeats, and in extreme cases, it can even lead to dangerous heart complications. That's why doctors are very careful about recommending potassium intake for people with kidney problems, and that's why bananas, being high in potassium, might need to be avoided or limited. Now, I know what you're thinking, but bananas are so good for me. They're natural, healthy, and a great energy booster. Should I really stop eating them? Well, it's not necessarily about completely banning bananas forever. It's about being mindful, knowing your body and your health status, and making choices that protect your kidneys in the long run. If you have healthy kidneys, you probably don't need to worry much about bananas. They're fine in moderation. But if you have chronic kidney disease, or if your doctor has told you to watch your potassium intake, it's a good idea to be cautious with bananas and other high potassium foods. One thing to remember is that potassium is found in lots of other foods too, not just bananas. Tomatoes, oranges, potatoes, and spinach all contain potassium as well. So it's really about looking at your whole diet, not just one fruit. And if you're unsure, Getting a blood test to check your potassium levels can be a great way to see where you stand. Now, here's a little tip that might help if you love bananas but need to limit potassium. Sometimes, the ripeness of the banana can make a difference. Less ripe bananas have slightly less potassium than very ripe, super soft ones. So if you do decide to have a banana occasionally, choosing a firmer one might be a better option. And if you want to swap out bananas for something kidney-friendly but still tasty, there are plenty of options. Apples, blueberries, cherries. These fruits are lower in potassium and still offer vitamins and antioxidants that support your overall health. What's really important here is that you listen to your body and your healthcare provider. If you're feeling tired, weak, or notice changes in your heartbeat, these could be signs of potassium imbalance, and you should get checked out. Remember, no one knows your body better than you do. The good news is, managing your potassium intake doesn't mean giving up on delicious foods or feeling restricted. It means becoming more aware of what goes on your plate and making small, smart adjustments that protect your kidneys and support your energy and well-being. So next time you reach for that banana, take a moment to think about where you're at with your kidney health. It's not about fear or guilt, it's about empowerment. You're making choices that help you feel better every day and protect your body for the years ahead. Your kidneys are working hard for you. Returning that favor by being mindful about potassium-rich foods like bananas is a simple but powerful way to take care of yourself. And trust me, your future self will thank you for it. Number 3. Oranges. Let's chat about oranges. You know, those bright, zesty fruits that scream freshness and vitamin C. They're juicy, sweet, and just perfect for a snack or squeezing into a glass of fresh juice. Oranges are often seen as a symbol of health and vitality, and for good reason. They're loaded with vitamin C, antioxidants, and fiber, all fantastic for boosting immunity and overall wellness. But here's where things get a bit complicated, especially if you're someone who wants to maintain strong, healthy kidneys. Now, oranges are high in potassium, just like bananas and grapefruit. And that's the main reason why oranges deserve a spot on the list of fruits seniors should be cautious about when it comes to kidney health. But let me explain this in a way that really connects. Imagine your kidneys as your body's natural filter. They work tirelessly every day to keep your blood clean and balanced. Part of this job is managing the levels of electrolytes, including potassium. When your kidneys are healthy and functioning well, they keep your potassium levels in check, preventing them from getting too high. But here's the catch: when kidney function starts to decline, whether due to age or chronic kidney disease, your kidneys can struggle to remove excess potassium efficiently. And that's when potassium can build up in your blood to potentially dangerous levels, a condition called hyperkalemia. Why is this dangerous? Because potassium affects your heart. Your heart's rhythm depends on balanced potassium levels. Too much potassium can cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, or even more serious heart issues. That's why managing potassium intake becomes critical for kidney health. Oranges, while delicious and packed with health benefits, are actually pretty high in potassium. Just one medium orange contains about 237 milligrams of potassium, and a cup of orange juice can have even more, around 470 milligrams. If you're someone who's been advised to watch your potassium levels, eating oranges or drinking orange juice regularly could push you into that risky zone. Now, I want to be clear, this doesn't mean you have to completely cut out oranges forever. If your kidneys are healthy and your potassium levels are normal, you're probably fine enjoying oranges in moderation. But if you're a senior with kidney concerns or someone who's been told to limit potassium, it's smart to be cautious with oranges. You might be wondering, what about the vitamin C? Isn't that great for me? And yes, vitamin C is fantastic for your immune system, skin health, and even helping your body absorb iron better. But the good news is, you can get vitamin C from other sources that are much gentler on your kidneys and lower in potassium. Think strawberries, bell peppers, or pineapples. These offer great vitamin C content without loading up on potassium. Another thing to keep in mind is that orange juice is often consumed in larger quantities than whole oranges. A glass of orange juice can sneakily add a lot more potassium than you realize. So if you love your morning orange juice, it might be time to rethink that habit. Maybe swap it for a lower potassium fruit juice or even just water with a splash of lemon. Also, it's good to know that potassium is in many other foods besides fruit, like potatoes, tomatoes, and dairy products. So if you're limiting oranges, make sure you're paying attention to your overall potassium intake. And as always, consult with your healthcare provider or a dietitian who can help tailor your diet to your specific kidney health needs. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all this talk about potassium and kidney health, take a deep breath. You're not alone, and the good news is, small changes add up. You don't have to give up all your favorite foods. It's about balance and making smart choices that support your kidneys. So here's a practical tip. When you crave something sweet and citrusy, try a small serving of strawberries or a few slices of pineapple instead of an orange. They're delicious, kidney-friendly, and packed with nutrients that nourish your body. Remember, your kidneys have been working hard for you day in and day out, filtering toxins, balancing fluids and minerals, and keeping your body in harmony. Helping them by watching your potassium intake, including being mindful about oranges, is a simple but powerful way to protect your health. And here's the encouraging part: you've got this. Taking charge of what you eat and how it affects your kidneys is a wonderful way to honor your body and give yourself the best chance at feeling vibrant and energized as you age. So the next time you reach for an orange or pour yourself a glass of orange juice, pause for a moment. Think about your kidneys, your heart, and your long-term health goals. It's not about deprivation, it's about making choices that help you thrive. Your health journey is uniquely yours, and every mindful decision counts. Choosing to limit high potassium fruits like oranges, especially if you have kidney concerns, is a step forward, one that your kidneys will thank you for with every beat of your heart. Summary. To wrap things up, we've uncovered why this common fruit, though delicious and packed with nutrients, can actually pose a risk to your kidney health, especially if you're a senior or have existing kidney concerns. Being aware of how it affects your potassium levels and interacts with your body empowers you to make smarter, safer choices for your long-term well-being. Remember, protecting your kidneys doesn't mean giving up all your favorite foods. It's about balance, mindfulness, and choosing what supports your body best. By staying informed and taking small, thoughtful steps, you're investing in a healthier future. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more fact-checked health tips that put you in control of your well-being. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on vital advice that could change your life. Thank you for watching, and here's to strong kidneys and vibrant health every day. Over 60? 4 fruits you must eat and 4 you should never touch. Senior health tips. Have you ever been told to eat more fruit to stay healthy? What if I told you that some fruits could actually be making your health worse, especially if you're over 60? Yes, it's true. While certain fruits are powerful allies for your heart, brain, and energy levels, others can quietly spike your blood sugar, strain your digestion, and even increase your risk of chronic disease. In this video, we're uncovering the 4 fruits you absolutely must eat if you're over 60 plus the 4 you should never touch. These aren't just casual tips. Every bit of information you'll hear today has been carefully fact-checked by experienced health professionals to make sure you're getting the truth, not the hype. Whether you're managing blood pressure, watching your weight, or just trying to feel stronger and sharper every day, this information could truly change how you feel, starting with your next bite. And stay with me until the end, because I'll be sharing one surprising fruit tip most people overlook, yet it can help protect your heart and balance your blood sugar better than many medications. Let's dive in. Number 1. Blueberries. Let's talk about a tiny fruit with some seriously big benefits: blueberries. If you're over 60, this little berry might just be one of the smartest things you can add to your plate. And I'm not just saying that because they're tasty. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally start to deal with things like memory changes, inflammation, and slower cell repair. But blueberries? They come packed with antioxidants, especially a group called anthocyanins. These are the compounds that give blueberries their deep, rich color, and they're like tiny warriors fighting off the damage caused by free radicals in your body. Now, here's the exciting part. Several studies suggest that regularly eating blueberries can actually help support brain health. In fact, some research even shows they might slow down age-related cognitive decline. Imagine that something as simple as a handful of blueberries could help you stay sharp, remember names, and keep your mind clear and focused. And it doesn't stop at the brain. Blueberries are also great for your heart. They're known to help lower blood pressure and improve the health of your blood vessels. That's a big deal when you're over 60, because your cardiovascular system needs all the support it can get. Plus, blueberries are low in calories, high in fiber, and naturally sweet. That makes them perfect if you're watching your blood sugar or managing weight. They're easy to add into your day. Throw them into your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just enjoy them as a snack. No prep, no hassle. So the next time you're at the store, grab a carton of blueberries. Your brain, your heart, and your taste buds will thank you. Number 2. Avocados. All right, let's talk about one of the most misunderstood fruits out there: avocados. Yes, it's a fruit, and if you're over 60, this creamy green powerhouse absolutely deserves a spot on your plate. Now, I know some people shy away from avocados because they're high in fat. But here's the deal: this is good fat, healthy monounsaturated fat. The kind your body actually needs more of as you age. It helps lower bad cholesterol, supports brain function, and keeps your heart ticking strong. But that's just scratching the surface. Avocados are loaded with potassium even more than bananas. And potassium is crucial for maintaining healthy blood pressure, which becomes more and more important as we get older. High blood pressure can sneak up on you and quietly damage your heart, kidneys, and eyes. But getting enough potassium, that's one simple step that can make a big difference. Now here's something else most people don't know. Avocados are also packed with fiber. That means they help keep things moving smoothly in your digestive system, which, let's be honest, can slow down a bit with age. And because fiber helps regulate blood sugar, avocados are also a smart choice for anyone keeping an eye on their glucose levels. And let's not forget all the vitamins. One avocado delivers a solid dose of vitamin K, vitamin E, B vitamins, and even folate. All of these work together to support your bones, boost your immune system, and keep your energy steady throughout the day. But maybe the best thing about avocados? They're satisfying. Just a few slices can keep you feeling full and energized without the crash you get from sugary snacks. Spread it on whole grain toast, mix it into a salad, or blend it into a smoothie. It's versatile, it's delicious, and it's doing your body a world of good. So if you've been avoiding avocados because of the fat, it's time to flip the script. Your heart, your brain, and even your belly will be glad you did. Number 3. Apples. Let's talk about something simple, familiar, and surprisingly powerful: apples. Yep, that humble little fruit sitting in your fruit bowl might just be one of the best things you can eat if you're over 60. You've probably heard the old saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." And honestly, there's a lot of truth to that. Apples are packed with fiber, antioxidants, and natural plant compounds that help your body in more ways than most people realize. Let's start with fiber, especially a type called soluble fiber, which helps lower bad cholesterol levels. When you're over 60, keeping your cholesterol in check becomes more than just a good idea, it's essential for protecting your heart. And the cool thing is, one medium apple can give you about 4 grams of fiber. That's a pretty good head start toward your daily goal. But apples do more than just help your heart. They're rich in quercetin, a natural antioxidant that may help reduce inflammation and support your immune system. That's important because as we age, our immune response can slow down. The more support you give it through real, wholesome foods, the better. Now here's something you might not expect. Apples are also great for your brain. Some studies suggest they may help with memory and even protect brain cells from oxidative stress. Pretty amazing, right? A crunchy, sweet snack that could help keep your mind sharp? Plus, apples are easy. No peeling, no prepping, just wash and bite. They're portable, affordable, and come in all sorts of varieties, from sweet and crisp to tart and juicy. Whether you like Gala, Granny Smith, Honeycrisp, or Fuji, there's an apple out there with your name on it. So if you're looking for a snack that's heart-smart, brain-friendly, and digestion-loving, apples check every box. Add one to your daily routine, you might be surprised by how much good it does, one bite at a time. Number 4. Papayas. Now here's a fruit that doesn't always get the spotlight, but it absolutely should. Papayas. If you're over 60, this tropical gem might just become your new best friend. Seriously, it's that good for you. First off, papayas are a digestion superhero. As we age, our digestive system tends to slow down a bit. You might notice things like bloating, gas, or constipation happening more often than they used to. That's where papaya comes in. It contains a natural enzyme called papain, which helps break down proteins and makes digestion easier and smoother. It's like giving your gut a little helping hand, naturally. But papayas don't stop there, they're also loaded with vitamin C. In fact, one small papaya gives you more than 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. That's amazing, especially since vitamin C supports your immune system, helps your body absorb iron, and even promotes healthier skin. And let's face it, strong immunity and glowing skin. We all want that, no matter our age. And there's more. Papayas are rich in antioxidants like beta-carotene and lycopene, which help protect your cells from damage. These antioxidants have been linked to a lower risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and even certain types of cancer. Think of them as your internal bodyguards, fighting off the wear and tear of aging. Now, if you've ever looked at a papaya and thought, "I have no idea how to eat that," don't worry, it's actually really simple. Just slice it open, scoop out the seeds, and dig into the soft, orange flesh. It's naturally sweet, super juicy, and kind of melts in your mouth. You can eat it fresh, toss it into smoothies, or even mix it into yogurt. So if you've been sticking to apples and bananas, try mixing it up with papaya. Your digestive system, your skin, and your entire body will thank you. 4 fruits you should never touch if you're over 60. Now that we've covered the fruits that can truly support your health as you age, it's just as important to know which ones might be working against you. So let's dive into the 4 fruits you should never touch if you're over 60. Number 1. Grapefruit interferes with medications. Alright, let's talk about something that looks super healthy but can actually be risky, especially if you're over 60 and taking daily medications. I'm talking about grapefruit. Now, I know grapefruit has a bit of a reputation for being the diet fruit. It's tangy, refreshing, low in calories. It feels like the perfect morning choice, right? But here's the surprising truth. Grapefruit can seriously interfere with how certain medications work in your body. And that's not just a small side effect, it can actually be dangerous. Here's what's going on behind the scenes. Grapefruit contains natural compounds called furanocoumarins. These interfere with an enzyme in your digestive system, specifically an enzyme called CYP3A4. That enzyme helps break down many common medications, including those for high blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, and even certain heart conditions. When grapefruit blocks that enzyme, the medicine can build up in your bloodstream to higher than intended levels. That means you could be getting too much of your medication without even realizing it. For example, if you're taking statins for cholesterol or calcium channel blockers for blood pressure, grapefruit might make those drugs too strong, increasing the risk of side effects like dizziness, muscle pain, or even dangerous drops in blood pressure. And the effects aren't just mild, they can last for over 24 hours after you eat or drink grapefruit. Now, I want to be clear, grapefruit is not bad in itself. It's full of vitamin C, antioxidants, and fiber. But the problem is how it interacts with common medications, and a lot of people over 60 are on those meds without ever being told to avoid this fruit. So if you love grapefruit and you're on any prescription drugs, talk to your doctor or pharmacist first. There are often safer fruit alternatives that won't interfere with your meds like oranges, apples, or berries. It's all about staying informed and making simple, smart swaps that keep you safe and feeling your best. Number 2. Canned fruits and syrup loaded with sugar. Okay, let's talk about something that looks healthy on the surface but can actually be pretty sneaky: canned fruits and syrup. I know. They're convenient. They sit on the pantry shelf forever, and they seem like an easy way to get more fruit into your diet. But if you're over 60, this is one fruit you might want to rethink. Here's the deal. Most of these canned fruits are swimming not in water but in syrup. And that syrup is basically liquid sugar. Whether it says light syrup or heavy syrup, it's still packed with added sugars that your body simply doesn't need. Especially at this stage in life, where keeping your blood sugar stable and your heart healthy is more important than ever. What makes this tricky is that the fruit itself gives off a healthy vibe, right? I mean, it's fruit, but once it's been processed, soaked in syrup, and sitting in a can for months, maybe even years, it loses a lot of what made it healthy in the first place. The fiber? Mostly gone. Some of the vitamins? Also reduced. And what you're left with is a spoonful of sugar-coated fruit that's doing more harm than good. Now let's think about what that extra sugar actually does. It raises your blood sugar levels, puts added pressure on your pancreas, and increases your risk of weight gain, inflammation, and type 2 diabetes. And if you already have high blood pressure or are managing heart disease, it's even more important to keep those sugar spikes in check. But here's the good news, you have better options. If you like canned fruit for the convenience, go for the ones labeled packed in water or 100% fruit juice. Still easy, still shelf-stable, but without the sugar overload. So next time you're reaching into your pantry for a quick snack, check the label. If it says syrup, it's probably best to leave it on the shelf. Your heart, your blood sugar, and your future self will thank you. Number 3. Overripe bananas can spike blood sugar. Let's talk about bananas specifically, those overripe bananas sitting on your counter, covered in brown spots and just a little too soft. Now, don't get me wrong, bananas are a great fruit in moderation. But if you're over 60, eating overripe bananas might not be the best move, especially if you're watching your blood sugar. Here's why. As bananas ripen, their natural starches break down into sugars. That's why a greenish banana tastes more starchy and firm, while a ripe one is sweet and soft. But when it gets too ripe, almost mushy, that sugar content skyrockets. We're talking about a fast-acting sugar bomb that can cause a sudden spike in your blood glucose. And for someone over 60, those blood sugar spikes can be a big deal. As we age, our bodies don't regulate insulin as efficiently. So every time your blood sugar goes on a roller coaster ride, it puts stress on your pancreas, your blood vessels, and even your brain. Over time, this can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes, memory issues, fatigue, and even heart disease. Now, this doesn't mean bananas are bad. A firm yellow banana in moderation, totally fine for most people. It's just those super soft, overripe ones you want to be cautious with, especially if you're eating them first thing in the morning or on an empty stomach. That sugar hits your system fast and can leave you feeling tired, sluggish, or even lightheaded a couple of hours later. If you're craving something sweet, try pairing a less ripe banana with a source of protein like a handful of nuts or a spoonful of peanut butter. That combo helps slow the sugar absorption and keeps your energy more stable. And if you've got overripe bananas at home, don't toss them, just freeze them and use them for baking or smoothies where the sugar won't hit you quite as quickly. So the takeaway here is simple: enjoy bananas, but keep an eye on how ripe they are. Your blood sugar and your body will thank you for it. Number 4. Dried fruits high in sugar and calories. Alright, let's have a real talk about dried fruits, those little raisin packs, dried apricots, or sweetened cranberries you might keep in the pantry for a quick snack. They seem healthy, right? It's fruit after all. But if you're over 60, dried fruits can actually do more harm than good, especially when it comes to your blood sugar and waistline. Here's the thing, when fruit is dried, all the water is removed, but the sugar, that stays and gets concentrated. So what you're left with is a small, chewy bite that's absolutely loaded with natural sugar. And to make matters worse, a lot of store-bought dried fruits are coated in even more sugar to boost the flavor and shelf life. For example, one small handful of raisins, just a quarter cup, can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. And let's be honest, who stops at just a few? They're tiny, they're addictive, and it's super easy to eat way more than you realize. If you're over 60, that kind of sugar load can really throw your body out of balance. It causes your blood sugar to spike, puts stress on your pancreas, and can even lead to those dreaded crashes that leave you feeling tired or irritable. Not to mention, the extra calories can sneak up on you and lead to gradual weight gain, especially if you're less active than you used to be. And here's another kicker: most dried fruits also lose some of their original fiber and nutrients during the drying process. So you're not getting the same benefits you'd get from eating fresh fruit. You're basically getting a concentrated sugar snack with fewer of the natural defenses your body needs. Now, if you absolutely love dried fruits, you don't have to cut them out completely. Just treat them like a treat, not a daily snack. Stick to small portions, choose unsweetened varieties, and try pairing them with protein or healthy fat like a few nuts to slow down the sugar absorption. But if you're trying to protect your heart, manage your weight, or keep your blood sugar steady, dried fruits are one of those healthy-looking foods that might be best to skip. Fresh fruit is always a better, safer choice, especially as you get older. Summary. So let's quickly recap what we've learned. When you're over 60, your body needs the right kind of support, and the fruits you choose can make a big difference. We uncovered 4 fruits that can help boost your energy, protect your heart, support your digestion, and even sharpen your mind. And just as importantly, we revealed 4 fruits that might be silently sabotaging your health, especially if you're watching your blood sugar or trying to stay active and strong. Remember, it's not about giving up fruit, it's about making smarter choices. Your body is incredibly capable of healing, protecting, and thriving when you give it the right fuel. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more senior-focused health tips that are rooted in facts and delivered with care. And hey, if there's a fruit you're not sure about, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you and maybe feature your question in a future video. Until next time, stay well, stay informed, and take one small step today for a stronger, healthier tomorrow.
Seniors over 60. Top 3 common fruits that detoxed millions of kidneys and prevented dialysis. Imagine finding out that 3 simple fruits, ones you've probably walked past in the grocery store, have quietly detoxed millions of kidneys and, in some cases, even helped people avoid dialysis altogether. Sounds unbelievable, right? But every fact you're about to hear in this video has been carefully researched and verified by trusted health experts and kidney specialists, so you can watch with confidence. If you're over 60, your kidneys have already filtered more than 50 million gallons of blood in your lifetime. And every single day, they work tirelessly to clear waste, balance fluids, and keep your heart and blood pressure stable. You'll discover how 3 everyday fruits can flush toxins, fight inflammation, and help your kidneys function like they're years younger. And near the end, I'll share one powerful, little-known tip, something you can add to your routine starting tonight that could double the detox power of these fruits. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Number 1. Watermelon. Have you ever noticed how just looking at a slice of ripe watermelon can make you feel refreshed? Now imagine what it can do for your kidneys. For seniors over 60, watermelon isn't just a summertime treat. It's one of nature's most gentle, delicious detoxifiers. When your kidneys are struggling to filter waste, you want foods that not only taste good, but also support your body's natural cleansing process without overloading it. That's exactly what watermelon does. Here's why it's such a kidney hero. Watermelon is made up of over 90% water. That's like giving your body a sweet, hydrating flush every time you eat it. Think of it as a mini internal shower for your kidneys, helping to wash away excess sodium, urea, and other toxins that can build up and stress your renal system. If your doctor has told you that you're edging toward kidney problems, or you simply want to prevent them, this fruit's natural water content can be your best friend. But it's not just water. Watermelon is rich in citrulline, an amino acid that helps improve blood flow. Better blood flow means better filtration through your kidneys. And here's something fascinating. Studies show that citrulline can reduce inflammation in the body, which is important because kidney disease often worsens when there's ongoing, silent inflammation. By easing that inflammation, watermelon helps create a healthier environment for your kidneys to function. For seniors who may have blood pressure concerns, watermelon's potassium and magnesium content can help keep your blood pressure stable, another crucial part of protecting kidney health. Why? Because high blood pressure is one of the leading causes of kidney damage, and keeping it under control means less strain on those hard-working filters inside your body. You might be wondering, how much is too much? For most people without advanced kidney disease, a generous slice or two of fresh watermelon daily during the season can be perfectly fine. The trick is to enjoy it fresh and unprocessed. Skip the watermelon-flavored candies or juices loaded with sugar. Those don't count. Instead, cut up a bowl of cold, juicy cubes, keep them in the fridge, and snack on them whenever you feel like something light and sweet. Here's a tip many people don't know. Eating watermelon in the morning or midday gives your kidneys time to process the fluid without making you run to the bathroom too much at night. And if you want an extra detox kick, blend fresh watermelon with a little mint and cucumber. Suddenly, you've got a powerhouse drink that hydrates, cools, and supports your kidneys all at once. Another bonus? Watermelon is incredibly easy on digestion. If you're over 60 and sometimes deal with bloating or sluggish digestion, this fruit won't weigh you down. It's light, naturally alkaline, and can help balance acidity in your body. A plus for keeping kidney stones at bay. So when you think about protecting your kidneys and avoiding dialysis, don't just think about medicine. Think about the everyday foods that quietly support your health. A bowl of watermelon might seem small, but over time, those little daily choices can make a massive difference in how your kidneys function. Nature has a way of giving us exactly what we need in a form we enjoy, and with watermelon, it's like your body and your taste buds both win. If you're a senior who loves sweet treats but wants to be kind to your kidneys, let watermelon be your go-to. It's not just a snack. It's a gentle, delicious way to keep your kidneys clean, your body hydrated, and your health moving in the right direction. Number 2. Cranberries. Now, let's talk about a little fruit that's often underestimated but has saved millions of kidneys from trouble. Cranberries. If you've ever tasted them fresh, you know they're a bit tart, even mouth-puckering. But don't let that fool you. Inside that tiny red berry is some of the most powerful kidney protection nature has to offer. Here's why cranberries are such a game-changer for seniors over 60. First, they're famous for protecting the urinary tract, and that's directly connected to kidney health. How? Cranberries contain unique plant compounds called proanthocyanins. Big word, but here's the simple truth. These compounds stop bacteria, especially E. coli, from clinging to the walls of your urinary tract and bladder. When bacteria can't stick, they get flushed out naturally before they can climb upward toward your kidneys and cause infections. And that's huge, because urinary tract infections can be dangerous for seniors, especially if they spread to the kidneys. A kidney infection not only causes pain and fever, but it can lead to permanent damage and, in severe cases, push you toward dialysis. Cranberries help you stay one step ahead, acting like a natural security guard for your urinary and kidney health. But that's not all. Cranberries are rich in antioxidants, which fight inflammation and oxidative stress, two things that silently wear down your kidney function over time. If you think of your kidneys as filters, oxidative stress is like rust building up in the system, making them less effective. Antioxidants from cranberries help keep those filters clean and efficient. For seniors with a history of kidney stones, cranberries can also help. They make your urine slightly more acidic, which discourages certain types of stones from forming, especially the ones caused by bacteria and high alkalinity. It's like adjusting the environment, so stones have a much harder time developing. Now, you might be asking, how should I take them? This is important. Many cranberry juices on store shelves are loaded with sugar, and that's not what you want. Sugar not only hurts your kidneys in the long run, but can spike blood sugar if you're managing diabetes. The best choice is unsweetened cranberry juice or fresh cranberries in smoothies, salads, or oatmeal. Even dried cranberries can work, but only if they're unsweetened or lightly sweetened with something natural, like apple juice. Here's a simple habit that works wonders. Drink half a cup of pure cranberry juice daily, or add a small handful of fresh cranberries to your breakfast. This steady daily intake helps maintain that protective environment in your urinary tract, so bacteria never get the chance to take hold. Something else seniors love about cranberries? They also help with oral health by preventing harmful bacteria from sticking to teeth and gums. And why is that connected? Because gum infections can actually contribute to systemic inflammation, including inflammation in the kidneys. So in a way, cranberries are helping you in more ways than you might realize. If you've already experienced a few urinary tract infections in your life, you know how uncomfortable and exhausting they can be. Imagine giving your body a natural defense every single day. Something small, affordable, and pleasant to consume. That's what cranberries can offer. They're not a miracle overnight cure, but they quietly build up your body's resistance over time. I always tell people over 60, at this stage in life, your body responds beautifully to small, consistent acts of care. Cranberries fit perfectly into that approach. You don't need to eat a bucketful. Just a little daily habit can mean the difference between recurring infections and a healthy, infection-free year. One more tip. Cranberries pair beautifully with kidney-friendly spices like cinnamon or nutmeg. If fresh berries are too tart for you, blending them into a smoothie with a banana or pear gives you a naturally sweet drink without the processed sugar. And if you're making tea, you can steep fresh or dried cranberries in hot water with a cinnamon stick for a warm, soothing beverage that's also working hard to keep your kidneys in top shape. So, if you want to guard your kidneys against infection, inflammation, and stone formation, let these little red berries become your daily allies. They may be small, but the protection they give your urinary tract and kidneys is enormous. With cranberries in your diet, you're not just enjoying a burst of flavor, you're actively taking steps to prevent the kind of kidney problems that send too many people into dialysis chairs. Your kidneys deserve that care, and cranberries are one of the simplest, most natural ways to give it. Number 3. Apples. Let's talk about one of the simplest most familiar fruits in the world. Apples. You've probably eaten hundreds of them in your lifetime. But here's the thing. For seniors over 60, an apple isn't just a snack. It's one of the most kidney-friendly fruits you could possibly choose. The beauty of apples is that they work quietly in the background, helping your body in ways you might not even notice at first. But over time, the results can be powerful. You've heard the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's not just a cute rhyme. It has real truth behind it, especially when it comes to kidney health. Apples are rich in soluble fiber, particularly pectin. This fiber does more than just help digestion. It actually helps lower your cholesterol and blood sugar levels. Why does that matter for your kidneys? Because high cholesterol and high blood sugar are two major enemies of kidney health. Over time, they damage blood vessels, including the delicate filtering units inside your kidneys. By keeping these numbers in check, apples help reduce that damage before it even begins. Another thing apples are known for is their anti-inflammatory properties. They're packed with phytonutrients and antioxidants, which act like little repair crews inside your body, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. And remember, chronic inflammation is one of the hidden factors that slowly wears down your kidney function over the years. Eating apples regularly helps fight that silent damage. Here's something fascinating. Apples also have a mild diuretic effect. That means they can help your body naturally get rid of excess water and sodium, supporting the kidneys in their job of maintaining the right fluid balance. If your kidneys are under strain, having a gentle, natural way to keep fluids moving can make a real difference. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of apples are best? The good news is, most varieties are beneficial. Whether you love the crisp sweetness of a Fuji, the tart snap of a Granny Smith, or the balanced flavor of a Gala, they all offer fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. The key is to eat them fresh and, if possible, with the skin on. That's where much of the fiber and many of the antioxidants live. Just give them a good wash and you're good to go. For seniors managing blood sugar, apples are a smart choice because they have a low glycemic index. That means they won't cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, the way processed sweets do. Instead, the natural sugars in apples are absorbed slowly, giving you steady energy without stressing your pancreas or your kidneys. And let's not forget about vitamin C. While apples aren't the highest in vitamin C compared to citrus fruits, they still provide a steady source of it. Vitamin C supports your immune system, which indirectly helps your kidneys by reducing the risk of infections that can strain them. Here's a practical tip. Try pairing apple slices with a tablespoon of natural peanut butter or almond butter. The healthy fats and protein in the nut butter helps slow sugar absorption even more, and it makes for a satisfying snack that keeps you full for hours. Another great way to enjoy apples for kidney health is to stew them gently with cinnamon. Cinnamon itself has anti-inflammatory benefits and can help regulate blood sugar. Warm stewed apples can be a comforting, easy-to-digest snack or dessert, especially if chewing raw apples feels tough on your teeth. If you're concerned about pesticides, especially if you eat the skin, go for organic apples when possible, or wash them with a mixture of water and baking soda to remove most surface residues. One more reason apples are so senior-friendly. They're easy to carry, store, and prepare. No peeling, no seeds to spit out, no complicated prep. Just grab, rinse, and enjoy. That means you're far more likely to actually eat them regularly, which is the real key to seeing benefits. For those aiming to avoid dialysis, every small daily habit counts. Choosing an apple over a bag of chips or a sugary snack isn't just about calories. It's about giving your kidneys foods that work with them, not against them. Over weeks and months, these choices add up to a healthier internal environment, less strain on your kidneys, and better overall well-being. I always tell people, don't underestimate the simple things. We often look for exotic superfoods when sometimes the best superfood is sitting right in your fruit bowl. Apples are proof that everyday foods can be powerful medicine when eaten consistently. So the next time you're in the store, don't just walk past the apple section because it feels ordinary. Fill your basket. Make them part of your morning routine, your afternoon snack, or your evening dessert. Your kidneys will thank you, not with words, but with steady, reliable function for years to come. Summary. So we've seen how 3 common fruits, watermelon, cranberries, and apples, aren't just tasty snacks, but powerful allies for your kidneys. They hydrate, flush out toxins, reduce inflammation, and even help prevent infections and kidney stones. And the best part? They're easy to find, affordable, and simple to add to your daily routine. Your kidneys work silently for you every single day, filtering your blood and keeping your body in balance. Giving them the right foods is one of the most loving things you can do for your health, especially after 60, when every healthy choice makes an even bigger difference. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a like so more people can discover these life-changing foods. And don't forget to subscribe for more fact-checked, science-backed health advice made just for seniors who want to stay strong, independent, and healthy. Your kidneys are worth protecting. Start today, one bite at a time. Goodbye high creatinine. 3 fruits seniors must have, and 3 you should never touch. Have you been told your creatinine levels are too high? And now you're scared, confused, or overwhelmed? You're not alone. High creatinine is a serious red flag that your kidneys are under stress, and what you eat could be either helping you heal or quietly making things worse. In this video, we're diving into 3 powerful fruits seniors absolutely must eat to protect their kidneys, and 3 dangerous ones you should never touch, no matter how healthy they seem. Some of these might shock you. One fruit you probably eat every morning could actually be silently damaging your kidneys. Every bit of information you'll hear today has been carefully researched and fact-checked by qualified health researchers, so you can trust that you're getting accurate, reliable advice, not myths or guesswork. And stick with me to the end, because I'll be sharing one surprising fruit-swapping tip that can instantly lower your potassium load while still satisfying your cravings. It's simple, it's natural, and it could make a real difference for your kidney health starting today. Let's get into it. Number 1. Apples. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly appreciated how powerful a simple apple can be? Not just as a snack, but as a natural kidney supporter. If you're dealing with high creatinine levels, apples should absolutely be part of your daily life. And here's why. Apples are incredibly gentle on your kidneys. They're low in potassium, which is a big deal for anyone with kidney concerns. You see, when your kidneys are struggling, managing potassium becomes tricky. Too much of it can cause heart rhythm issues and muscle cramps. But apples, they give you all the fiber, antioxidants, and goodness without overloading your system. Now let's talk about pectin, a type of soluble fiber found in apples. This isn't just fiber for digestion. No, pectin actually helps remove toxins from the blood. That means less work for your kidneys. It binds to cholesterol and waste products, helping your body flush them out more efficiently. It's like giving your kidneys a supportive hand every single day. But that's not all. Apples are anti-inflammatory. Their rich supply of flavonoids and vitamin C helps reduce internal inflammation, a common problem in chronic kidney disease. And the less inflamed your body is, the less damage your kidneys have to deal with. The best part? Apples are easy. You don't need to juice them or cook up some complicated recipe. Just wash and eat. Simple, delicious, healing. So if you're over 50 or 60 and trying to protect those kidneys, it's not just a fruit. It's your natural, sweet little ally in the fight for better kidney health. Number 2. Blueberries. Now let's talk about a tiny fruit that packs a mighty punch. Blueberries. These little blue gems aren't just tasty. They're one of the best gifts nature can offer your kidneys, especially if you're battling high creatinine levels. So here's the deal. Your kidneys are constantly filtering out waste and toxins. But when they're under stress or starting to slow down, that waste builds up, including creatinine. Blueberries help protect those overworked kidneys because they're loaded with antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their rich blue color. Now I want you to think of anthocyanins like microscopic firefighters. They rush into your body, putting out the inflammation that damages your kidneys. Inflammation is one of the biggest threats when creatinine levels are high. They're also low in sodium, low in phosphorus, and low in potassium, which makes them a kidney-friendly snack across the board. And if you've been told to cut back on fruits because of potassium concerns, blueberries are a safe, smart choice. You can enjoy a full handful without stressing your kidneys out. What I love most is how versatile they are. Add them to oatmeal, sprinkle them on a salad, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat them straight. No peeling, no prepping. Just rinse and enjoy. And there's something comforting about knowing that every time you eat them, you're nourishing your kidneys, gently supporting their function without overburdening them. So if you're looking to lower your creatinine naturally and safely, blueberries deserve a permanent spot on your plate. They're sweet, satisfying, and silently fighting for your kidney health, one bite at a time. Number 3. Red grapes. Now let's take a moment to appreciate red grapes, not just as a snack, but as one of the most powerful fruits you can eat for your kidneys. If you're dealing with high creatinine, these little red jewels should absolutely be part of your healing journey. You see, red grapes are more than just sweet and juicy. They're packed with something called resveratrol. And no, that's not just some fancy word. Resveratrol is a powerhouse antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and protect the delicate blood vessels inside your kidneys. When your kidneys are struggling, the last thing they need is more inflammation and pressure. Red grapes help dial that down naturally. Here's another thing. Red grapes are high in water content. That means they help you stay hydrated, which is super important when you're trying to flush out excess creatinine from your system. Keeps your kidneys functioning more smoothly, like oil for an engine. And red grapes do it in a delicious, refreshing way. But wait, there's more. These grapes also contain natural plant compounds called flavonoids. They act like tiny protectors, guarding your kidneys from oxidative stress. That's the kind of damage caused by too many toxins in your blood. And since your kidneys filter that blood, every bit of protection matters. And let's not forget, they're low in potassium and phosphorus, which makes them especially safe for people with kidney problems. No worries about overwhelming your system or triggering complications. So here's what I recommend. Keep a bowl of red grapes in your fridge. Reach for them when you want a snack, or toss them into a salad for a pop of sweetness. They're easy, they're natural, and they're fighting for your kidney health one bite at a time. Red grapes aren't just food. They're medicine in disguise. 3 fruits seniors should never touch with high creatinine. All right, now that we've talked about the fruits that help your kidneys heal, it's just as important, maybe even more important, to talk about the ones you should stay far away from. Because some fruits, while healthy for others, can actually be harmful when your kidneys are under stress. So let's switch gears and look at the 3 fruits seniors should never touch if they're dealing with high creatinine. These might surprise you, but avoiding them could make a big difference in protecting your kidney function. Number 1. Bananas. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, bananas? Aren't they healthy? And yes, they are, for most people. But if you're a senior dealing with high creatinine or any kind of kidney trouble, bananas can quietly become a problem you don't see coming. Here's why. Bananas are incredibly high in potassium. And while potassium is an essential mineral, great for muscles and nerves, it becomes a real issue when your kidneys aren't functioning at full strength. Because guess what? Your kidneys are responsible for filtering out excess potassium. But when creatinine is high, that usually means your kidneys are under strain and can't get rid of that extra potassium fast enough. Now imagine this. You eat a banana in the morning, maybe add one to a smoothie later, and your potassium levels quietly start creeping up. Before you know it, you could be facing symptoms like irregular heartbeat, muscle weakness, or even dangerous complications like hyperkalemia, just from something as simple as a banana. It's sneaky, isn't it? Because bananas feel so safe. They're soft, sweet, easy to digest. That's what makes them especially tricky for seniors who are trying to eat better but don't realize their kidneys can't handle that much potassium anymore. Now, I'm not saying bananas are the enemy. They're amazing for athletes and people with healthy kidneys. But if you're watching your creatinine, you need to be extra careful. There are other fruits, like apples, blueberries, and red grapes, that give you the flavor and nutrition without the potassium overload. So don't feel like you're missing out. You're just making a smarter, more kidney-friendly choice. So yes, bananas may be a classic go-to, but when it comes to kidney health, it's time to gently let them go. Your kidneys will thank you. Number 2. Oranges. Now here's one that surprises almost everyone. Oranges. I know, they seem so innocent, right? They're bright, refreshing, packed with vitamin C. They're even the first thing many people reach for when trying to be healthy. But if you have high creatinine or any form of kidney impairment, oranges can do more harm than good. Let's break it down. Oranges are very high in potassium, just like bananas. And for someone with healthy kidneys, that's usually fine. But when your kidneys are struggling, they can't filter potassium out of the blood the way they should. The result? Potassium starts to build up, and that's where the danger begins. Too much potassium can cause muscle fatigue, numbness, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, it can even become life-threatening. One medium orange contains about 240 milligrams of potassium, and a single cup of orange juice can shoot that number up to over 470 milligrams. That's a massive load for weakened kidneys to handle. And here's another thing. Orange juice is often consumed in large quantities, especially with breakfast. You might think you're doing your body a favor, but you could be flooding your system with way too much potassium without even realizing it. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up citrus altogether. There are safer, kidney-friendly options like apples, grapes, or even a splash of lemon in water. These give you that fresh, fruity kick without putting your kidneys under stress. So yes, oranges are delicious. They've got their place, but not on your plate if you're dealing with high creatinine. You're making smart, healing choices now. And letting go of oranges is just one small step toward protecting those hard-working kidneys. Keep going. You're doing the right thing. Number 3. Cantaloupe, melon. Now let's talk about one fruit that catches a lot of people off guard. Cantaloupe, also known simply as melon. It's juicy, refreshing, and especially tempting on a hot day. But if you're a senior with high creatinine levels, this is one fruit you really need to be cautious about. Cantaloupe might look harmless, even healthy, sitting there in a fruit salad. But here's the deal. It's actually very high in potassium. In fact, just 1 cup of cantaloupe can contain nearly 430 milligrams of potassium. That's almost as much as a banana or a glass of orange juice. And if your kidneys are already struggling to filter potassium, this can be dangerous. See, when potassium builds up in your blood and your kidneys can't remove it properly. It can affect your heart, your nerves, and your muscles. We're talking about symptoms like irregular heartbeat, fatigue, muscle cramps, and in some cases, even heart complications. So while cantaloupe feels light and refreshing, it can quietly add pressure to kidneys that are already overworked. Another concern is how easy it is to eat a lot of it. You don't stop at just one slice, right? It's juicy and hydrating, and that makes it easy to overdo without realizing how much potassium you've just consumed. And if you're combining it with other high-potassium fruits in a smoothie or fruit bowl, the numbers add up fast. Now, that doesn't mean you have to give up fruit altogether. Not at all. It just means you need to choose smarter options. Think apples, blueberries, red grapes, fruits that are not only lower in potassium but also offer powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory benefits for your kidneys. So yes, cantaloupe is sweet and satisfying, but when your kidneys are calling for help, it's best to say no. You're not missing out. You're making a loving, informed choice to protect your health. That's something to be proud of. Summary. So here's what we've learned. Not all fruits are created equal when it comes to your kidneys. Apples, blueberries, and red grapes, they're your allies. Gentle, healing, and loaded with antioxidants that support lower creatinine and better kidney function. But on the other side, bananas, oranges, and cantaloupe, as healthy as they may seem, they're high in potassium and can quietly overload your kidneys, especially if you already have reduced function. Choosing the right fruits isn't just a diet decision, it's a lifeline for your kidneys. You have the power to protect your health with every bite you take. And the best part? It doesn't require expensive supplements or complicated plans. Just smart, simple swaps that your body and your kidneys will thank you for. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about who might be struggling with kidney health. And don't forget to drop a comment below. What fruit surprised you the most today? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, healing starts with knowledge. You're not alone on this journey. We're here with you every step of the way.
Goodbye, high creatinine. 5 common fruits seniors must have, and 7 you should never touch. What if the fruit sitting in your kitchen right now is silently raising your creatinine levels, while another one just a few feet away could help lower it and protect your kidneys for years to come? For seniors and anyone over 60 dealing with high creatinine or kidney concerns, this isn't just about what tastes good. It's about what helps you feel better, stay independent, and avoid dialysis. In this video, we're breaking down 5 powerful fruits you should be eating and 7 dangerous ones you should never touch if your kidneys are in trouble. This isn't guesswork. Every recommendation here has been fact-checked by experienced health researchers who specialize in kidney nutrition and aging. Some of these bad fruits may surprise you. In fact, one is commonly found in heart-healthy diets, but could be quietly harming your kidneys. And make sure you stay with me because near the end I'll reveal one simple fruit swapping tip that has helped thousands of seniors lower their creatinine naturally without giving up sweetness or satisfaction. Let's get into it. Number 1. Apples. Let's talk about one of the simplest, most powerful fruits you can add to your kidney-friendly routine. Apples. Yes, good old apples. You've probably heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Well, when it comes to high creatinine and kidney protection, that little phrase might actually hold some truth. Apples are low in potassium, which is exactly what your kidneys need when they're struggling. Too much potassium puts extra pressure on your kidneys, but apples give you the sweetness and satisfaction without the stress. They're also packed with soluble fiber, which can help lower cholesterol and control blood sugar, two major factors that often go hand in hand with kidney issues. But here's the real magic. Apples support your body's natural detox process. Their fiber helps sweep toxins from your digestive system, lightening the load on your already overworked kidneys. Plus, they're rich in antioxidants, especially if you eat the peel. That's where most of the anti-inflammatory power hides, so don't peel that apple. And let's not forget how easy apples are to enjoy. Raw, sliced, in oatmeal, baked with cinnamon. They're convenient, affordable, and perfect for seniors who want to feel better without complicated changes. If your goal is to lower creatinine naturally, start with something simple. Start with an apple. Number 2, blueberries. If you want a fruit that works like a tiny health warrior for your kidneys, look no further than blueberries. These little blue gems are more than just tasty. They're packed with powerful antioxidants, especially something called anthocyanins, which fight inflammation and protect your kidneys from oxidative stress. What makes blueberries so special for seniors with high creatinine is their low potassium content. Unlike many other fruits that overload your kidneys with minerals they can't handle, blueberries offer healing without the heavy load. They are also rich in vitamin C and fiber, which support immune health and digestion, both crucial when your kidneys are under strain. You can enjoy them fresh, frozen, in smoothies, sprinkled on cereal, or even just by the handful. They're naturally sweet, so you won't be craving added sugar, and they satisfy those dessert cravings in a healthy way. The best part? Blueberries have been studied for their potential to slow kidney disease progression. So every time you pop a handful of these into your mouth, you're doing something kind for your body. For a fruit that tastes like a treat, but acts like medicine, blueberries are an easy yes. Number 3, pineapple. Now here's a tropical twist that your kidneys will absolutely love: pineapple. You might not expect this sunny fruit to make the list, but it's actually one of the best choices for people trying to lower creatinine. Why? Because pineapple is one of the few sweet fruits that's low in potassium, making it much safer than bananas or oranges, and yet it still gives you that vibrant, juicy burst of flavor that makes healthy eating feel like a treat. It's also a great source of bromelain, a natural enzyme known for reducing inflammation, not just in your joints or muscles, but also in your organs. That means your kidneys get a break from the silent inflammation that often comes with aging and chronic disease. Plus, pineapple offers a generous dose of vitamin C and fiber, which helps support your immune system and keep your digestion on track. Whether you eat it fresh, blend it into a smoothie, or enjoy it as a snack, pineapple adds brightness to your diet and protection to your kidneys. So if you're looking to keep your creatinine down without giving up delicious flavors, pineapple is definitely worth adding to your plate. Number 4, red grapes. Here's a fruit that looks elegant on the outside but works hard on the inside. Red grapes. If you're dealing with high creatinine levels, red grapes should be on your radar. They're not just juicy and delicious, they're also rich in resveratrol, a plant compound that helps reduce inflammation and protects blood vessels, including those inside your kidneys. One of the key issues in kidney disease is poor circulation and oxidative stress. Red grapes help fight both. Their antioxidant power helps neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that can damage cells and speed up kidney decline. They also have a relatively low potassium content, making them safe for people with impaired kidney function, and because they have a high water content, they help with hydration, which is essential when your kidneys need extra support flushing out waste. You can enjoy red grapes raw, in fruit salads, frozen as a refreshing snack, or even juiced in small amounts. Just remember, moderation is key, especially if you're watching your blood sugar levels. The bottom line? Red grapes are more than just a pretty fruit. They're a kidney-loving powerhouse hiding in plain sight. Number 5. Strawberries. Let's wrap up our list of kidney-friendly fruits with a sweet favorite, strawberries. These bright red berries aren't just beautiful and delicious, they're also packed with kidney-protecting nutrients that make a real difference for seniors. Strawberries are full of vitamin C, which helps boost immunity and supports tissue repair. But even more important for kidney health, they're rich in antioxidants that combat inflammation and oxidative stress, two major contributors to kidney damage. And here's some good news. Strawberries are low in potassium, which means they won't overwhelm your kidneys. They also contain fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, both important for people trying to manage kidney disease or high creatinine. These berries are incredibly versatile. Toss them into a smoothie, slice them into a salad, or eat them just as they are for a naturally sweet snack. And because they have a high water content, they help with hydration too. So the next time you're craving something fresh and juicy, go for strawberries. They'll nourish your body, protect your kidneys, and leave your taste buds smiling. But be careful, not all fruits are safe for your kidneys. Now that we've covered the top 5 fruits that help your kidneys heal and bring down creatinine, there's something else you need to know. Some fruits can actually do the opposite. They may look healthy, taste amazing, and even be packed with vitamins, but for seniors with high creatinine, they can silently overload your kidneys with potassium, sugar, or irritating acids. So let's go through the 7 fruits you should avoid or at least eat with great caution if your kidneys aren't at their best. And don't worry, I'll explain why each one can be risky so you can make smart, confident choices for your health. Number 1, bananas. I know. Bananas are one of the most popular fruits out there. They're soft, easy to eat, and full of energy. But here's the problem. Bananas are extremely high in potassium, and when your kidneys aren't working properly, potassium can build up in your blood instead of getting filtered out. Too much potassium can lead to serious complications like muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, even heart failure. For seniors trying to manage high creatinine or chronic kidney disease, this is not something to take lightly. What makes it tricky is that bananas are often seen as a healthy snack, so people eat them daily without knowing the hidden risks. If your doctor has told you to limit potassium, bananas should be at the top of your caution list. It doesn't mean you can never have a bite again, but portion size and timing matter. When in doubt, swap it for one of the safer fruits we talked about earlier, like apples or berries. Your kidneys will thank you for it. Number 2, oranges. Oranges might be the go-to fruit for vitamin C, but for kidney health, not so much. The biggest issue with oranges is, again, potassium. One medium orange contains about 240 millions of potassium and orange juice, that can skyrocket the number even more. When your kidneys aren't functioning at full strength, they struggle to balance potassium levels. Drinking a glass of orange juice in the morning might seem harmless, but over time it can cause potassium to build up in your blood, and too much potassium can lead to heart rhythm problems or even cardiac arrest in severe cases. Also, citrus fruits like oranges are high in citric acid, which can irritate sensitive kidneys, especially if there's any inflammation or underlying damage. If you love that citrusy zing, try switching to berries or pineapple. They're much lower in potassium and still full of refreshing flavor. You're not giving up on taste, you're just making a smarter choice for your kidneys. Number 3, avocados. Here's one that surprises a lot of people. Avocados. They're praised for their healthy fats, and they truly are great for heart health, but when it comes to kidney function, avocados are on the red list. Why? A single avocado contains more potassium than an entire banana, nearly 700 milligrams in just one. For someone with normal kidney function, that's manageable. But if your creatinine is high and your kidneys are struggling, that much potassium can be dangerous. And it's not just the avocado itself. Think about all the guacamole, avocado toast, and smoothie bowls out there. It's easy to go overboard without realizing it. If you've been eating avocados regularly, talk to your doctor or dietitian. You might need to cut back or avoid them altogether depending on your potassium levels. The good news? You can still get healthy fats from olive oil or a handful of unsalted nuts without the potassium overload. Sometimes, making small swaps like this is what helps your kidneys rest and recover. Number 4, kiwis. Kiwis are cute, fuzzy, and tropical, but sadly, they're not so gentle on your kidneys. Like avocados and bananas, kiwis are high in potassium, and that's the big red flag for anyone with high creatinine or kidney disease. One medium kiwi packs over 200 milligrams of potassium. That might not sound like much, but it adds up quickly, especially if you're eating other fruits or vegetables throughout the day. And potassium is sneaky. It hides in a lot of healthy foods, so it's easy to go over your daily limit without realizing it. Another issue with kiwi is its oxalate content, which can contribute to kidney stone formation in some people. So if you've ever had stones or your doctor has mentioned oxalates, that's another reason to be cautious. Kiwi might be loaded with vitamin C and fiber, but the risks outweigh the benefits if your kidneys are already under pressure. Try switching to strawberries instead. You'll get the sweetness, the fiber, and the antioxidants without the potassium overload. Number 5, dried apricots. Now here's a sneaky one. Dried fruits, especially dried apricots. They might look like innocent little snacks, but they're incredibly concentrated in potassium. Just a handful of dried apricots can contain more than 800 mg of potassium. That's more than double what a banana has. And because they're small, sweet, and chewy, it's easy to eat way too many without realizing it. Dried fruits have most of the water removed, so all the nutrients, including sugar and potassium, become super concentrated. For someone with high creatinine, that's a major red flag. The kidneys already have to work harder to filter waste, and loading up on dried fruits puts them under more strain. If you love snacking, consider switching to fresh apples or a small serving of grapes. They're refreshing, hydrating, and won't bombard your kidneys with extra potassium or sugar. Remember, just because something is labeled natural doesn't mean it's automatically safe. With kidney health, you've got to look beyond the label. Number 6. Cantaloupe, melon. Cantaloupe is juicy and refreshing, especially on a hot day, but for people with high creatinine, it can quietly wreak havoc. Like bananas and oranges, cantaloupe is very high in potassium. 1 cup of diced cantaloupe contains over 430 milligrams of potassium. That's nearly a third of the daily recommended limit for someone with kidney disease. If your kidneys can't remove potassium effectively, that melon can become a real problem. And because melons are mostly water, it's easy to eat big portions, especially when you're trying to stay hydrated. Another concern with cantaloupe is its glycemic load. It can spike your blood sugar, especially when eaten alone. High blood sugar can worsen kidney damage over time, particularly in seniors with diabetes. If you're craving something juicy and refreshing, try a few chilled strawberries or some sliced apples instead. They're sweet, satisfying, and way more kidney safe. You don't have to give up on flavor. Just make smarter swaps that show your kidneys some love. Number 7. Prunes and prune juice. Last but not least, prunes and prune juice. They're often used to help with digestion, but when it comes to your kidneys, they come with a serious warning. Prunes are extremely high in potassium, just like dried apricots. Just 5 prunes can contain over 600 milligrams of potassium, and prune juice is even more concentrated. Add in their high sugar content, and it's a tough combo for anyone trying to manage kidney health. Plus, prunes are high in oxalates, which can increase the risk of kidney stones in sensitive individuals. So if you're dealing with high creatinine, kidney stones, or both, prunes are not your friend. There are gentler ways to support digestion without stressing your kidneys. Try drinking warm lemon water in the morning, or increasing fiber through oatmeal or low-potassium fruits like berries. It's all about protecting your kidneys, one smart choice at a time. Summary. So let's quickly recap. 5 fruits that can support your kidneys and help bring down creatinine naturally. Apples, blueberries, pineapple, red grapes, and strawberries. They're low in potassium, high in antioxidants, and gentle on your kidneys. But on the flip side, we covered 7 fruits you need to be cautious with. Bananas, oranges, avocados, kiwis, dried apricots, cantaloupe, and prunes. These are either high in potassium, sugar, or compounds that can make kidney stress worse, especially if your creatinine is already elevated. Remember, knowledge is power, but action is what heals. Making a few smart swaps in your daily fruit choices can take pressure off your kidneys, reduce your creatinine levels, and help you feel more energized and in control of your health. And if today's video gave you clarity or peace of mind, consider subscribing. We share fact-checked, senior-friendly kidney health tips that are simple, natural, and easy to follow. Don't forget to like and share this with someone who may need it. And always talk with your doctor or dietitian before making any big diet changes, especially if you're managing kidney disease. You're not alone on this journey. One bite at a time, you're healing, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. Seniors, 3 fruits you should avoid to maintain strong kidneys. What if I told you that one of the most common fruits you eat every day could be quietly harming your kidneys, especially as you get older? Imagine damaging these vital organs without even realizing it, simply by reaching for something that seems so healthy and natural. Today we're diving into the surprising truth about a fruit that many seniors love but should actually avoid to protect their kidney health. This information has been carefully fact-checked by health professionals to make sure you get nothing but the safest, most accurate advice. And stick around, because near the end, I'm going to share a powerful tip that can help you safeguard your kidneys every single day. It's simple, yet so effective that most people overlook it. Let's get started. Number 1. Grapefruit. Okay, let's talk about something that might surprise you: grapefruit. Yes, that bright, juicy fruit that looks so refreshing on a summer day. You might even have a few sitting in your kitchen right now, right? Well, if you're someone who's watching out for your kidneys, and especially if you're a senior, this is one fruit you may want to avoid. Now, I know that might sound a little strange. Grapefruit seems so healthy. It's packed with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants. It's the kind of thing most people think is a superfood. And don't get me wrong, it is healthy for many people. But when it comes to kidney health, grapefruit can cause more harm than good. Let me explain why. First, if you're taking medication, especially blood pressure meds, cholesterol-lowering drugs, or medications for anxiety or depression, grapefruit can actually interfere with how those drugs work. It contains compounds called furanocoumarins, and these can block a key enzyme in your body called CYP3A4. Why does that matter? Because this enzyme helps your body break down many common medications. When grapefruit blocks this enzyme, it causes your medication to stay in your system much longer than it should. That means higher drug levels in your blood, which can lead to side effects, even dangerous ones. For someone with kidney concerns, that's a big deal. Your kidneys are already working overtime to filter waste and maintain balance in your body. If medication levels go too high, it adds even more strain. And here's where it gets even more critical: many seniors are on multiple prescriptions. So the chances of grapefruit interacting with something you're taking are pretty high. It's not just one or two meds. Grapefruit has been shown to interact with more than 85 different medications. That's a lot. Now, what does this have to do with your kidneys specifically? Well, when drug levels rise too much, your kidneys can suffer. They're forced to process more than they should, and that can lead to toxic buildup. Over time, this may speed up kidney damage, especially in people who already have reduced kidney function or chronic kidney disease. Let's break this down even more simply. Imagine your kidneys are like a water filter. If the water coming through has a normal amount of minerals, the filter does fine. But if you pour in water that's overloaded with chemicals and particles, like when grapefruit boosts drug levels, that filter gets clogged. It has to work harder, and eventually it starts to wear out. Now, you might be thinking, well, I don't eat grapefruit every day. One slice here and there can't hurt, right? That's a reasonable thought. But the effects of grapefruit can actually last for more than 24 hours. So even if you only eat it occasionally, it can still interfere with your medication days later. It's a sneaky kind of risk. And here's another thing most people don't realize. It's not just the fresh fruit. Grapefruit juice, grapefruit extract, even supplements or flavored waters with grapefruit essence can have the same impact. So if you're drinking something labeled citrus blend or tropical sunrise, take a second look at the ingredients. You might find grapefruit tucked away in the fine print. So what can you do instead? The good news is, there are plenty of kidney-friendly fruits you can enjoy without worry. Think apples, blueberries, red grapes, and strawberries. These are packed with antioxidants, they're gentle on your kidneys, and they don't mess with your medications. Plus, they taste great, so you're not giving up anything delicious. Here's the thing I want you to take away. Avoiding grapefruit isn't about being overly cautious, it's about being smart. Your kidneys have done a lot of work for you over the years. They've filtered thousands of gallons of blood, kept your electrolytes balanced, and helped your body function every single day. Giving them the support they need now, especially by avoiding foods that could secretly harm them, is one of the best choices you can make. So if you've got grapefruit in your fridge right now, don't feel bad. You didn't know, but now you do. And every step you take to protect your kidneys, starting with something as simple as skipping that morning grapefruit juice, is a step toward better health and more energy in your day-to-day life. Your kidneys will thank you. Number 2. Bananas. All right, let's dive into something that might surprise a lot of you: bananas. Yes, those bright yellow fruits that we often think of as the perfect healthy snack. They're portable, sweet, and packed with nutrients, so naturally most people assume bananas are great for everyone, including seniors looking to maintain strong kidneys. But here's the catch: bananas can actually be a bit tricky when it comes to kidney health, especially if you already have some kidney concerns or want to protect your kidneys from future damage. So why are bananas on the avoid or limit list for kidney health? The answer lies mainly in one thing: potassium. Potassium is an essential mineral that plays a big role in keeping your heart rhythm steady, muscles working well, and your nerves firing the way they should. It's a superstar nutrient, no doubt about that. And bananas are famous for their potassium content. One medium banana packs about 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium, pretty substantial for a single fruit. Now here's where things get important for kidney health. Your kidneys have the critical job of managing the levels of potassium in your blood. When your kidneys are healthy and functioning properly, they filter out any excess potassium and keep everything balanced. But when kidney function declines, like it often does as we age, or if there's an underlying kidney issue, this balance can be disrupted. The kidneys can't remove potassium as efficiently, leading to what doctors call hyperkalemia, which means too much potassium in the blood. And that's a serious problem. High potassium levels can cause symptoms like muscle weakness, irregular heartbeats, and in extreme cases, it can even lead to dangerous heart complications. That's why doctors are very careful about recommending potassium intake for people with kidney problems, and that's why bananas, being high in potassium, might need to be avoided or limited. Now, I know what you're thinking, but bananas are so good for me. They're natural, healthy, and a great energy booster. Should I really stop eating them? Well, it's not necessarily about completely banning bananas forever. It's about being mindful, knowing your body and your health status, and making choices that protect your kidneys in the long run. If you have healthy kidneys, you probably don't need to worry much about bananas. They're fine in moderation. But if you have chronic kidney disease, or if your doctor has told you to watch your potassium intake, it's a good idea to be cautious with bananas and other high potassium foods. One thing to remember is that potassium is found in lots of other foods too, not just bananas. Tomatoes, oranges, potatoes, and spinach all contain potassium as well. So it's really about looking at your whole diet, not just one fruit. And if you're unsure, getting a blood test to check your potassium levels can be a great way to see where you stand. Now, here's a little tip that might help if you love bananas but need to limit potassium. Sometimes, the ripeness of the banana can make a difference. Less ripe bananas have slightly less potassium than very ripe, super soft ones. So if you do decide to have a banana occasionally, choosing a firmer one might be a better option. And if you want to swap out bananas for something kidney-friendly but still tasty, there are plenty of options. Apples, blueberries, cherries. These fruits are lower in potassium and still offer vitamins and antioxidants that support your overall health. What's really important here is that you listen to your body and your healthcare provider. If you're feeling tired, weak, or notice changes in your heartbeat, these could be signs of potassium imbalance, and you should get checked out. Remember, no one knows your body better than you do. The good news is, managing your potassium intake doesn't mean giving up on delicious foods or feeling restricted. It means becoming more aware of what goes on your plate and making small, smart adjustments that protect your kidneys and support your energy and well-being. So next time you reach for that banana, take a moment to think about where you're at with your kidney health. It's not about fear or guilt, it's about empowerment. You're making choices that help you feel better every day and protect your body for the years ahead.